Hi everyone, I am McDysis, or Nick Dyson according to YouTube, because I was apparently in the last one. This is going to be Tormented Souls Speedruns Explained. I like this game a lot, it is quite fun, and it's probably one of the most unique games I've learned in recent times, especially in the world of horror. And this is my second take, because I accidentally went out of bounds and softlocked the first one. I didn't know I could mess that up, but chat gets to say hello to YouTube once again, so there you are. Now, before I begin, something to understand about Tormented Souls is I'm going to be playing this game one-handed, technically. By that, I mean I'm going to have one hand on my controller and one hand on my mouse. I'm going to be using my mouse to move the cursor and for some other actions, and I'll be using the left side of my controller here. And this is going to encompass the control stick and the left button, or L1 for a PS4 controller. Make sure if you're running this game that you bind through Steam. You have a Steam option where you can bind it specifically for Tormented Souls. You want to bind the controller, so left button is menu. I don't remember what the key was. I think it was enter, so I may have to bind it to enter, and that allowed me to get to the menu. You want to do this because you want to make sure you're as efficient as possible. Left hand, one side, right hand, mouse. You have mainly two buttons on mouse, left click, right click, and you have left button and control stick on this one. I'll explain why the differences are there later, but for now, we have a lot to go over, and this is a very, this is a fun game, so let's just go with that. Anyway, another cool part of this game before I begin is there is currently a live split, set splits on Speedrun.com. You can just download them from there, and they also work with an auto splitter, an auto splitter. So it'll automatically go as you play. I don't have to actually split anything, and the more I play the game, it should work. And it's pretty accurate, like it usually works. I haven't had too many issues myself. If you are having issues, you might have to do them manually. I've done that a little bit, but also it has a load remover, so it doesn't matter if you're running like 3090 M2 SSD, or if your computer is like Windows 95, somehow running a game from 2021. If you have it working, it will work. And who renamed it? They. You know they had to try along. We will be skipping the cutscene. I'm not showing that, for obvious reasons. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. So, first things first, I'm actually going to be doing the cancel button. I'm actually starting with both hands on my controller, because I want to open this letter as quickly as possible. For some reason, turning the stuff has a slight delay on mouse, but the moment you finish that up, I'll start moving my hands towards the mouse once the first cutscene is skipped. As you can see once we're here. Also, if you want to see titties, you can watch that first cutscene. They're in the game, and they're for free. Anyway, this puzzle is 1, 2, 3, 5. You can mash to the last one, but you get a lock out of that. Whenever you deal with an item, you want to push right-click. However, some items have adjustments, so we're going to adjust the wrench, and then you can right-click out of that. Adjusting items when you pick them up is going to be very important, because as you saw there, I don't have to actually adjust the item when I get to the door. It's going to be pre-adjusted, so I can just use the item immediately. Now, the reason why I'm playing one-handed is because I am going to be able to have very fast mouse movements. Mouse movement to this game is absolutely imperative to what you're doing. If you try moving the controller, it's going to move at a base speed. Mouse is pretty much instantaneous in how fast you know where to click. So that is a big reason why. I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm playing this game one-handed. I've been called a pretty good one-handed gamer myself. Anyway, this game controls like a standard, kind of like an RE game. So if you ever played RE1 Make, it controls very similarly. And the reason I actually want to be on controller is because, as you can see right now, I'm running. By moving on the analog stick on my controller, she will on default actually end up running. So, what that means is I don't have to use the tank control system. But if I use tank controls, what will happen instead is I would be forced into holding down a sprint button the whole time. That's not going to be faster, and also using this method of control is also going to allow me to have tighter turns. Tank controls can't turn on at a dime. The type of directional controls we are using does let me turn on at a dime. Also, with any item pickup, if it's not going to be adjusted, do make sure you're mashing right click. That's going to allow you to immediately put the item away, and it'll be slightly faster. I'm using the crowbar on this door, and that's going to take us to the generator room. Once we're in the generator room, you're going to be able to see kind of the difference. Also, no you, Juo, no you. Now, something that should be stated, light is a very important thing in this game. You're going to be having the lighter up for quite a while. You'll die if you're in the dark for too long, so keep that in mind. For the generator puzzle right here, I grabbed the valve, and we're going to be putting 4 valves turned. So, if you look around, that's controller. Or that's, you know, this is mouse, the other one is controller. Moving with mouse is like, it's like a fly. It's really quick. While moving with the controller, while it's not slow, mind you, it's not going to be nearly as fast. So it's something you want to adjust to. And you can kind of see how much time you really are going to be saving throughout the run if you are playing on mouse. So that is why. As well, we're going to be using the mouse for a lot of other things. Anyway, the way you can do that dodge is I always start on the right staircase to bait him out, and then usually he'll try to attack me. If he doesn't, you can try to squeeze by him on the left side, and that's a pretty easy dodge there. The way the enemies work in this game is going to be very important, because obviously if you get hit too much, that's going to be 1, bad for your health, and 2, it's also going to be bad because if you get too low on health, your movement speed will slow down. So, we don't want to be too low on movement speed. Certain enemies will have certain styles that we use. Also, yes, the bouncy skirt is very bouncy. There's been a lot of times while running this, we've accidentally upskirted her. I assure you, it's absolutely accidentally. I have not done that on purpose. Anyway, these enemies will always take a swing on their left arm. So you're approaching them, you kind of want to avoid the right side. Now, you can open up the cooler early. There is a health kit back here, and then we're going to be grabbing 2 pieces of a heart for a heart puzzle. With these guys, their main 2 attacks are either 1, the left-hand swing, or 2, they'll try to spit on you. If it's a left-hand swing, make sure you avoid their left side. If it's spitting, their spit usually travels in a straight line. Sometimes it can be hard to dodge, but keep that in mind as you're avoiding them. Also, a lot of the enemies in this game have a slight delay when you enter a room. You can... Bad luck. You can actually kind of avoid getting smacked immediately if you're going fast enough. Anyway, now that we got both heart pieces, we're making our way over to Maternity. This is going to be having the answer to our puzzles. I do want to mention, I'm not going to talk too much on like, oh, you're going to go here, you're going to go there, because there's kind of an assumption that either 1, you have played the game, or 2, you know, might just know the route or I'll research the route if you plan on learning the game like this. Routing is just kind of something you pick up, and there's not going to be a whole lot of explanation needed outside of what you can't see visually. I'll explain why I do certain movements, though. Also, good to see you. Hope you're doing good, E-Man. Anyway, whenever you see those mirrors and some candles, the answer will always be use your lighter to light the fires, and that lets it work. Now, this dodge I want to talk about, because this guy you can take pretty thin. Usually you want to kind of go on his top side, and very often he'll miss attacks. Both times I've said that exact sentence, he decided to swing at me. And you get hit, it is okay. It is still going to be more optimal. There's also a certain gamble with how you want to go between having health and having speed. So obviously, you know, if you're getting hit, you're taking damage. However, some dodges are going to be more work to go for than others. And also, you might be wondering, hey, don't you have weapons or something? Can you kill these guys? Weapons in this game are going to be kind of odd. Combat's not going to be a super thing until a little bit later, but you'll see when we get to that. Anyway, make sure you activate the power, kill this man, and then take his crank. This game is going to have a lot of things that are going to be, oh, hey, that doesn't work because you didn't do the thing. In that case, you need to turn on the power to turn on the electricity. Electricity doesn't work unless it's powered. Keep that in mind. This game is going to have everything with that. Another thing to consider with this game as you're playing is you want to do as little menuing as possible. So, by clicking on this, it'll automatically bring up the menu for me to use the item. At that point, I can just combine the crank to make the full crank. And that will allow me to save a menu. You don't want to do too many menus. You want to make sure that you're saving as much time as you can in small spots. And exactly, Marshy420. Now, this dodge is going to be arguably the meanest one in the game. I don't know why, but it's kind of mean. If this guy swings at you, that's good RNG, because then you can just pass him on the side there. Sometimes he'll keep trying to walk into you. If that happens, you can either 1, pass him on the right side, or 2, you can get infinitely body block. If that happens, let him walk out. It'll be much safer. I golded because he swung at me. Swinging is actually the better RNG, believe it or not, because that's kind of one of the instances I talked about. Sometimes you have to think, do I want to take the damage, or do I want to be fast? With that guy, I do a little dodge to the left before going right, because that'll kind of bait out an attack. And then we're good. Also, make sure you grab the knocker. We do like knockers here. I know our main character has 3 nice knockers. So, with this door, make sure you back away from it. There is a slight delay when opening it. If you are low on health, do not hesitate to heal. Anytime you are low, you must heal. You move way too slow without it. I will show you a lot of the safety healths, so keep that in mind. 3. Well, we just picked up 1, and she has a couple herself. Now, we're going to be going back upstairs really quick. I guess I say back. We haven't been here yet. You're going to be getting used to a lot of these areas. There's a health kit in this room. We'll be grabbing it later, so try not to grab it now. If you need it, that's okay. Before we do anything here, we do need to power on the room. There's going to be an enemy that will be blocking my path, and he can only be killed if you turn on the light. This game does have the darkness kills mechanic, so if you try killing him in the dark, you'll die yourself and you can't attack him. Anyway, equip your nail gun. It'll be 5 shots to kill this man. After 5, you can run through, and the knock will always be the same. It is going to be 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. It's very awkward on the timing. Just trust me. You have to get used to awkward timing. If you try rushing it too fast, you will mess it up and you'll have to do it again. Which doing a puzzle twice will be slower than doing it twice fast is slower than once slow. So keep that in mind. Anyway, now that we're in the library, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. Exactly. It's very precise on that rhythm, the timing. But once you get the hang of it, you'll have it. Also, we're going to be going into the dining room. This is going to be getting us a nice item. It's going to be essentially a fuse, but it's going to be like a nut. Or a bolt, whatever you want to call it. Now, you might be thinking, hey, is this run just running through hallways? Kind of. A lot of enemy dodges and hallway running, but we're about to get to a nice part of the run that's going to be a little bit more skill-based. Going on the left of that guy will prevent him from attacking you usually. He'll kind of stare at you, and for some reason it works. Before you enter that door, you're going to be unlocking this door. You actually don't care that it opens, you just need to make sure you touch it. Now, we're going to be entering more of the weird horror puzzle thing. So open this, put in the nut, and turn on the power. Do not do that out of order, because you won't be able to do it anyway. And then we're going to be going in here and getting a safety item. If you're playing ballsy and you don't want to worry about health, you don't have to enter this room, you can just go to the elevator. However, right now I don't have any health kits, so I would really like to grab a health kit. And this game is really Resident Evil, but it has some Silent Hill elements. This game plays exactly like RE1 Make. That's the best way I can find it. But it has some unique tech aside from that game. Alright. So now we're in the elevator, we got a health kit from that room. And we'll be heading back down. You want to push that slightly out to get out, and then you're going to be pushing back in to keep the elevator here. Just make sure you block the door. You don't really care. You don't have to put it all the way in. Just the tip. And once you enter the studio, you actually want to get back out your lighter for a couple of reasons. 1, we're going to be entering some dark areas and I don't want to die. 2, I need to grab these shotgun bullets. Technically, you can do it from the other side, but you're going to want the lighter back out because you're not going to survive running through this section. You will die. I usually take the top route, and I can nice dodge there from that guy. And make sure you grab the shotgun part. That is why we are arriving here. The shotgun part is going to be the most valuable weapon in the game. We're grabbing 2 shotguns. Part A and Part B. You need both for pretty much the whole game. Of course. And now, before we keep moving on to the first boss in the game, we're actually going to be going back to get that bolt. This is why we had to unlock the gate, because now we're going to be able to backtrack through this area without having to go through this one door. Also, the walk of shame moment can happen here. 1, after you turn off the power, it'll bring you to the door. That does not mean you got the bolt. What that means is that you turned off the power to the door. If you forget the bolt, you will have to walk all the way back for that bolt. I've done that before. It is sad. Something else I do want to mention about this game, and really any horror game speedrun, if you know where you're going, you will always be faster. Isn't that obvious? No. So, with this room, I'll start moving down, so I start holding down. What that means is she'll start sometimes moving a little bit earlier. Sometimes some rooms let her move faster. There's kind of the small fade-in, and I don't know why some rooms have it and some rooms don't. Just keep that in mind. Also, pull this out more than you think. You need to be able to get through here without having to get body blocked. And then we're going back up to the second floor. We're going to be getting the second part of our shotgun, and we're going to be fighting our first boss really quickly. I like taking a wide arc to this guy over a swing. You'll always dodge that, and then you can turn on the whole power to the area by putting in the bolts. Hey, we no longer care about the bolts. This will open every door here. Keep that in mind, because later on there's going to be a door we're going to re-backtrack through, and that's going to open that. Also, this guy can do one of two things. One, he'll try to run past you. Two, he'll swing. If he swings, just try to dodge it. If you get hit, that's okay. Otherwise, good RNGs, he runs past you. We don't care about this room for anything about that shotgun part. All you need is that. However, that will give you the casual answer to one of the puzzles coming up. Usually this guy won't try to follow you. I got pretty bad RNG, but at least he didn't spit on me instantly. There's a rare chance he'll immediately spit on you. Now, boss fight time. You're going to turn off the power, and then you're going to walk around this counterclockwise. You're going to do it about 3 times. You'll know you're doing it right if he's making noises. There you go. And now the game is about to get busted. So the shotgun's immensely powerful, but it's also going to be glitched. One, I am going to combine my gun, and I'm going to then equip my gun. Now, I'm going to fire at him. The moment I fire, I'm holding down the menu button, and I'm reloading my gun. I'm going to do that again. So, he is now dead in 2 shots. Also, I'm equipping my lighter back. So, what just happened? This game has an odd quirk where you can do damage storage by bringing up the menu. You're going to be able to do essentially 3 times the amount of damage that you'd normally be able to do. Like, let's say 3. I'm using a hypothetical number, but let's say 3. Also, this room is going to have supplies. If you're learning the run, go in here. I don't think you need to go in here, though, if you start getting much better with your ammo management and your health management. But I like going in here still. It's barely any time loss. So, the shotgun is now the strongest weapon in the game, and it can one-shot pretty much every single enemy in the game. The reason why is because, while it normally does a lot of damage, by opening the menu and holding down the button, you're going to be massively multiplying the amount of damage it does. And it works by aiming, shooting, and then the moment the gun goes off, you hold down the menu button and keep it held while you're reloading the gun. That'll buy you enough time, and it will do pretty much enough damage to kill every enemy in the game. So keep that in mind. If you're wondering, why am I doing that every time? I'm damage abusing. That's why it works. Anyway, now, direction-wise, you're going to be making your way back towards the generator, because we're going to need to power that off. I'll also be able to show you more of that shotgun damage in a moment here. This is kind of part of the area that I was talking about the game, that you're going to be learning the lay of the land. You're going to be backtracking through a lot of the areas in the game, and you're going to have to know what routes are going to be faster than other routes. And this really only comes with muscle memory, so you're going to be keeping that in mind if you plan on running this game. If not, just enjoy the ride. Anyway, with this enemy right here, he will spawn in, and I am going to do the same trick. We're going to shoot. I'm going to hold it down. I actually got slapped, apparently. Oh, hold on. Combine, equip, and let's heal. But he died. I got slapped a bit earlier than I wanted to, but as you can see, he died in 1 shot. I like how he hit me through the pause menu somehow. I only need the 1 shot on him, so that's why I just, immediately re-equip the lighter. I only need to hit him once. That was awkward. I've never had him hit me through that. Luckily, his damage doesn't stack and just mine, but still some rough stuff. Anyway, while it might be bright in this room, the rest of the mansions might get very dark, and you're going to need the lighter for a lot here. We're not going to be doing any combat for a little bit. Now, while I can one-shot everything, shotgun ammo is limited. There's a reason why I'm grabbing bonus ammo and identifying it for you. We're going to be killing a lot of late-game enemies of this, because some of them are kind of hard to dodge, and they're going to be immediately in your way. That's not good. Now, you don't want to waste it on every single common enemy in the game, because that would be wasting ammo. The damage use does actually work with other items. However, you're not going to be doing that in the main run. I think there is a mode called crowbar only as a speedrun. I haven't done myself, but I think there is a way to make the crowbar damage abuse. It's just not really going to be a thing you do. Also, we're going to be doing a lot of, hey, remember that door I unlocked earlier? We're going to be making our way back over there, which is why we wanted to unlock this door with the shotgun. Because, it's going to be a lot faster for me to go this way as opposed to going all the way back around. We're going to be using a lot of these secret paths that we opened to kind of retread the areas. Time for the worst puzzle in the game. You're using a knife on this rope. The reason why it sucks so much is because it's a standard rope and you can't use anything else in the mansion to break it. You have acid, you have a lighter, you have knives literally everywhere else. Only this knife works. So it's one of those puzzles that kind of sucks. Also, I'm going to teach you another reason as to why you're not shooting everything. Now, I know you're thinking, hey, I have a gun, why don't I shoot gun? Well, this enemy right here is annoying, but he's not going to be really in your way. Because either one, you have a great chance just to dodge him, or 2, you eat 1 hit and then you just avoid him. You'll be wasting a lot more time and ammo shooting him because he's really not going to be a nuisance outside that 1 room. Normally, you want to be shooting enemies that are going to be getting in your way more than once, like that one guy that we killed. When you get to this fork right here, you're going to be going up first. If you don't do this, you'll have to make another walk of shame because there's a key item in this urinal. As well, there's a health kit up here that I recommend grabbing. Also, jump scare, spooky. And now we can head back towards the screen. This is going to be the proper way to go. But, you know, if we get the key and, you don't have the secondary part of the key, it's not going to work. I like to go on the left side because there's going to be an enemy here that can sometimes try to hit you. And it's funny that he does, even with him swinging that way, for some reason that dodge tends to work. I've been getting bad RNG in that guy because sometimes he'll just try to bump into you, and he didn't. He's a mean guy. Anyway, now that we're in the morgue, we are going to be going to a secret passage. And we're going to be doing kind of the same puzzle twice, oddly enough. The puzzle is going to be like a statue that has buttons on it. Before we get to the statue, though, there's going to be a dodge. So what I do is I start on the top side, and then I go bottom. That kind of allows me to run past him. It's very consistent. Pressing this guy's heart will make his body glitch out, and then we'll open a secret path. The secret path is going to be the way we're going to go. As well, at the second time, he's really not going to be a bother, and he'll never follow you over here. If he does, you can kill him. He shouldn't. If he does, I'll eat my words and cry. Now, we're going to this jail cell first. There's 2 jail cells, and we have a big puzzle for this jail cell. We're going to be learning about the tape mechanic in this game. It's kind of weird. Also, I think I see him. No, okay. For a second, I thought he was going to be a bit more aggressive. He's not. But you're going to be going back in time. Now that we have the tape, the problem is the power doesn't work. So we need to turn back on the power. Now, the cool thing, like I mentioned, if you know the routing, if you know the path, you might be able to discover, hey, the generator's right here. So I'm going to be just going to the basement. And hey, look, I made an attachment from the morgue to the basement. So now I can just squeeze on in. This is why we had to kill that guy, by the way. While you can kill him there, I mean, you're going to have to dodge him twice anyway, so you may as well just kill him early, because, I mean, why not, right? And now that the generator's back on, we are able to once again travel without the need of light everywhere. Although, you're not going to be doing a lot of inventory unless you really have to. So we're just going to backtrack right on in. Also, I like the bow that she had. I like her outfit. The main character in this game, she has a fun outfit. She's a fun design. I'm not just saying that because of what I said earlier. Also, for anyone who is wondering the plot of this game, it's essentially kind of like Silent Hill 1 where you're looking for a little girl. Except your character has a better rack than Harry Mason. Anyway, the way videotapes work is you put it in and you hit play. Some people don't know how VHS works. Now you go inside the TV. That's how it goes. 1 minute you're watching it, the next minute you're inside. Right? Now we went back in time. Hey, the same puzzle again, except this time it's that old song. It's going to be head, stomach, hand, throat, heart, throat. You got it right, his eyes will glow, and he will scream a loud scream. The same thing happens whenever you do the normal head, shoulders, knees, and toes as well. You know, they just kind of start, I guess, dying? I don't really know. Also, if you are a part of the younger generation of people who doesn't know what dinosaur media is, I like how VHS is dinosaur media. My dad had Laserdisc. There's going to be a few things that are going to have some quirks that some of you are going to immediately know, while others you won't. I'll explain how they work and why they work with that, but like some people it's going to be like, oh wow, yeah, that's obvious. Like with VHS, you know, you eject and you hit play. I'll still explain it, because VHS, floppy disks suck. There's going to be a floppy disk puzzle later. Anyway, use the acid. After the ... you can just run away, and then that puzzle will be nice and good. And then we just head back, outside the TV, which is through this camcorder. As well, if you're going back into the little basement there, before that, grab the medkit right there, because it's free. There's a lot of free medkits that the game is going to hand you. So, whenever you have ones like that, you want to grab them. And hey, with the acid, that door is now open, and I'll be able to get the key down there. Oh yeah, the floppy disk puzzle casually, like, killed me. I had no idea how to make a floppy disk work. Luckily, it's going to be really easy in the speedrun if you know what you're doing. Alrighty. So, now we have a key, and hey, it's missing a part. One of those parts kind of looks like a part we picked up earlier. That is why you had to grab the part. You're combining a key. And also, we're going to be getting a very visual example of there are 2 paths to victory. Which path do we take? So, you might think going back up through the ladder is a good idea. However, If we go back to the generator room, you might remember the pharmacy room is right next to the maternity ward. This will take me pretty much a few rooms away from that pharmacy room, which it's going to be faster to walk a little bit of distance than big distance. And it's kind of weird to gauge sometimes, because there's a long, like, you know, travel time. And you make the wrong decision, you can lose a lot of time. You ultimately want to do as little walking as possible in a game that's mostly walking. I guess it's a funny way of putting it. But once you're here, we're going to be introduced to the key puzzle. Once we start talking to the store, we're going to combine the key with the part. And now, 2 on the top, 4 on the bottom. If you click on it, it will always go the same way. And the way it starts, I have the things in the splits. You want to do 2 changes on the top and then 4 on the bottom. Keep in mind as I'm doing these, I'm not going to be paying attention to the actual answer because this is a speedrun. I don't really care what the actual answer is. I did the game casually. I think that one's like eyes or something. I don't quite remember. Also, grab the battery and the health kit in here. Both these keys, I'm going to be giving you numbers, and these numbers are going to correspond assuming you did it right. So the next one, I'll be doing a 141 change. If you didn't do the 204 change or didn't have the last answer right, and if you mess with the key, you'll have to have it right. So pay attention to the answers, or the symbols if you would like to. I'm somewhere that now. Anyway, right now we're making our way back to the dining room. If you remember the dining room, that's going to be the gate that we unlocked earlier in the run. That gate's coming up very in handy right now. This is kind of how the game goes. You open a backtracking area, and hey, look, it's going to be much faster than having to walk all the way around. Because while I can go through the same area I did earlier, hey, this gate's open. And the dining room is right here. Keep in mind, when you see enemies more and more, the same dodges apply to them. So that guy always going on that left side of him, he'll always be ignored. This guy's awkward because he probably won't try to hit you because you're looking at the door. But 1, 4 in the middle, and there we go. Wait, I get that right? I did. Wow, I almost messed it up. That's fine. 1, 4, 1. He actually hit me. What a mad lad. This room's easy. You're grabbing shotgun ammo. You're grabbing VHS. We just care about that VHS tape. I'm glad he only hit me once. Now, the fun part is, you might remember, wait, the ICU, what room was that? Remember the elevator? Because now, we can just make our way back. And I mentioned very earlier, hey, remember that bolts that we removed? Well, the bolt wasn't really needed for this door, because this door will power on if you power up the other room. So, door's open, and now you can just proceed. You may also notice I don't really pick up any of the maps. If you're playing this game casually, it might be nice to, you know, look at the map, but you're not going to need it entirely. Anyway, every 1 is 2 this time. There we go. Now we are in. We're going to be going to another otherworldly section, so you're going to be getting the lighter once again. Memorize the layout in this room, because we're going to be cutting a sharp right. Cutting that right there, like as you see, is going to be a little bit faster. Now, why do I mention that? Because a little minor time save that you can do is once you start noticing with the mirror worlds is, hey, wait a minute, what's a mirror do? That's right, it's literally just a replication of the existing world. So, once you go back to this door, if you cut a sharp left this time, you will know exactly where to go, and the door is just going to be right here. See? Alright, now on to some rooms we haven't seen. First things first, when you get to this room, you're going to be going towards the left side. The reason why is because there's shotgun ammo right here. Next, you'll be seeing a guillotine with an ape. Here's what I do to NFTs. It is time to right-click Save As. Boom. I've done it. I have stolen that man's NFT. And then we take the scroll. Now, in this room, we're going to be taking the health kit right there, and we're going to be taking this hammer. Do not forget the hammer. You might not understand it's there. Grab it. All white apes gone. I can't believe it. Go to the treasure chest and grab this arm. I'm going to need that later, and it might slip under the radar. This guy's kind of an annoying guy. I always grab the shotgun ammo just to make sure I'm not going to get hit. Free ammo anyway, right? So definitely grab the ammo. He can just kind of body lock the door. While learning this game, it's nice to have an excess of ammo, and then you can kind of route out ammo later once you're getting better and better. You don't need every single shot that I'm doing, but you're going to need a good amount of them. I'm glad Chad enjoyed that joke, by the way. I'm glad you all enjoyed that. Alrighty, and now it is time for the monkey puzzle. This puzzle is going to have a giant, like, poem saying, like, oh, monkeys committed crimes, one stole things, one, I don't know, I don't remember all of it. But the answer is, it's kind of like hear no evil, see no evil. By the way, if that guy does spikes, you're never going to dodge him. If he does a swing, you can dodge him. That is the toughest dodge in the game, arguably. I've dodged it once. It's toughest in the way that you're not going to dodge it. Getting past it's not the worst because you eat the hit, but if you're trying to do that damage list, good luck. Anyway, it is now time for the scroll. So, it's going to be 5 on the right. Hold on. This is awkward. I think I got it. I hope I got it. 3, 4, 5, hammer. There we go. Also, once you get this, click that right there to strengthen the gun, and then you're good to go. Also, that was an awkward path. That was a bit awkward with how I did that there. But the answer is 3 turns on the first one, 4 turns on the second one, 0 turns on number 3. The fourth one's going to be a gavel, and then the fifth one will have 5 turns. What you want to do as well is, I start on number 5, because number 5 is always going to be 5. But with 1 and 2, you can actually alternate, and it's going to be slightly faster. I mastered this game. I'm definitely doing a lot better. Like, I'm confident in this game now. Also, the reason why you want to edit the staple gun and, you know, alter it is because now we're going to connect this guy's arm. If you don't power up the staple gun, the staples will just not have enough power to go through, and this guy's arm will not be repaired. Now, the only reason we care about the arm being repaired is this is going to get me a lamp, which is going to allow me to finally get rid of the lighter, and now I can keep a weapon on me at all times. We have finally mastered weapons. We also need to talk to this nerd once again.
Doc.
See?
I'll go. Thank you.
Once you get the item, right-click immediately, it'll automatically equip. At some point, you'll swap over to your weapon. You may decide when to do that. As well, you have nothing else to go there. As possible to miss the lamp, and you can't proceed the game unless you get the lamp. Alright, so now fast way down, we can actually just take the elevator. And we're going to be going down to the first floor. You might remember earlier, there's a whole area that we went through earlier to get the shotgun part, and that was a very dark room. We're finally going to be able to go through that room. So I'm going to go here, and once again, I'm just going to equip the gun, because now I have gun. Shotgun's going to be coming handy now. We grabbed a lot of ammo. It's time to start it's time to start using this ammo. Let's go with that. Now, there's going to be an enemy here. While you can dodge him, I don't recommend it. The moment the music starts, just fire the gun, do the save glitch, or the storage glitch. Oh, he didn't die. I'm not going to care about him. Do it twice. We're going to ignore that guy. You just have to make sure he's out of the way. That one does need to die, though. If he doesn't die, that's going to be bad. And then we are in the laundry room. Keep in mind as well, every single time you do the damage abuse, you should reload the gun with rare exceptions. There's going to be maybe 1 to 2 exceptions where I'm not going to reload the gun, and I'll explain why I'm not going to reload the gun when that happens. Anyway, jump scare, and I kill him. Wow, I missed. There, now he's dead. I kill that guy because he can body block you. Has a very good chance of doing that, so don't run into him. Just don't risk it. And this is also why you grab extra ammo. It's going to be nice to have. Anyway, for the bathtub, it's going to be the one right here. While you grab the floppy disk, go to the back and click this lock. That's going to allow you to overwrite the data on there, grab the shotgun ammo, and leave. We actually want to be leaving upwards because this is going to take me back the way I came. Now, the reason I would want to go back the way I came is because that's going to have the archive key, which is going to be just a smaller beeline and straighter direction than you would like. Alright, now that we're here, we're going to be killing an enemy. This guy will be annoying. Kill him now. Now, he must die because I need to go to that soda machine later. I can't have him blocking the soda machine. You ever have that? Back when I lived in an apartment, also, it's going to be 4. 1 on the bottom. Be careful with that. It can accidentally move. There we go. Also, while I'm doing this, before I go to my weird story, if you want shotgun ammo, there's a little bit more right here. Let's say you're being a bit risky with it. You have some right there, and then this puzzle is going to be 0414. There's going to be a coin in here, and there's going to be health. Grab both if you'd like. When you get better at the run, you don't need the health as much. As well, we're going to our next puzzle, which is going to be the soda machine. The soda machine, I have no real way of explaining outside of it is a 5-round game of Simon. So you're going to put the coin in, and you are just going to memorize what happens on the screen. This is entirely RNG. Multi-ones are good RNG because you can just keep pressing it. Like so. Anyway, when I was a kid, I actually lived in an apartment that had a soda machine. And I remember that. My favorite thing with that is it was broken, so if you just kind of kept pressing, like, I think if you kept mashing all the buttons, fuck! You can just kind of keep getting more soda. There we go. Anyway, that's fine. I lost the game of Simon. I was thinking too much about how I got free sodas in the soda machine in my old apartment. I don't know why it worked. Mashing buttons seems to work. Not this time, mind you. Also, don't get it wrong, or else you have to do the button of shame. There we go. If it's all green, you're good to go, and now you have the blood. I'm losing a lot of time off that. My god. Right? Yeah, vending machines. It's fun. Anyway, I'm losing time. You'll get to see a visual example of how much time you lose by messing up the soda machine, right? Oh god, this is such a good run before that happened. That's okay. I'm gonna be doing more of these normally. What we're doing right now is we're going back to the VHS. So make sure you eject it, take the tape out, because this is a VHS. And then play it once again. So you lose about 20 seconds if you have to redo it at the worst part, by the way. So there we go. Now we are back. So, we're back in time here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the blood in the freezer and be charging a battery. Now, why do I care about this? Because you better pay attention. You need to combine the blood with this talisman that we got earlier and put it in here. Open the door to the freezer first, though. I don't want anyone commenting, Ecdysis, why doesn't the blood freeze? I put it in there. Did you open the door? This game is going to have a lot of, did you do blank? That's like saying, why can't I drink my water? Is the lid on? Yes. That's why you can't drink the water. The lid's on. We're also going to charge the battery. Trust me, I've dealt with this before. I was an IT guy for years. Is the computer on? No. Turn it on. Is it working? Yes. Okay, perfect. I'm proud of you. Don't do that, Twitch chat. Don't do it. Anyway, now we can actually get the blood back. And we're going to be going around to our floppy disk usage. We're going to be typing a name. If you know about Batman v Superman, do I have a fun reference for you? Also, another reason why killing this guy is going to be good. We have to make our way through here a few times. And this guy being here would be very bad. Yep, I know the feeling all too well, Johnny Jabroni. I know the feeling all too well. Anyway, first things first, we're going to be going here, and we'll simply open the door to grab the item. Hey, look, we got that earlier. That'll give me a talisman, which will be one of the 3 final keys. Next, what we'll do afterward is we are going to be overwriting that floppy disk. I don't care what name's on it right now. All I care about is that I unlocked it earlier, so I can just pop it in there, and I'm going to type the name Martha. Why did you type that name? I typed it because it's a speedrun answer that's going to unlock a door for me. Why did you type that name? Anyway, once it finishes overwriting, eject it immediately and grab it. If you don't eject it, it won't pop out automatically. You must eject it. This game has a lot of these things. A lot of them. As well, you might remember this part. Hey, wait a minute. Remember? That's where the knocker was. And it's a nice loop around to also get the battery. We got 3 things in a matter of very little time. It's a funny joke. I like that one. Well, I know when I saw King Kong vs. Godzilla, I wanted Godzilla to say, "Why did you say Mothra?" But he didn't. It made me sad. Alright, so now we're going to the library, and this is going to be the greatest example I have of go the right way. So, you may remember earlier we went to that knock puzzle, and you're able to do all of that to go to the library. That route is going to be 7 seconds slower. Also, I took a risky path I did not take. That's okay. Oh my god! I should have just killed this guy. Kill him next time. But, if you go around this way, even with those hits, I'm still going to be saving time. Between running here normally and running through the dining hall, going to the dining hall this way will save you about 7 seconds in total. So even with that, I still saved about 4 seconds, because the lift will be right here. Otherwise, you go the other way, you'll have to run through the library. Anyway, take off the lid, put in the battery, and then go up. I'm going to teach you about the most annoying item in the game, because if you mess this up, you will be in hell. First things first, kill both these enemies. They are body blocking. It doesn't matter how good you are at weaving through enemies. You can't weave through these ones. You can try. Kill both of them. Now, what we'll be doing next is you'll pick this up. Have the dip be at the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. With that little divide at the top, you know, and then you're looking at the puzzle, the top one will have 3 presses. The left one will have 2 presses, and the bottom one will have 1 press. If you do that, it will work every single time. If you mess it up, may God help your soul, it is a hard puzzle to do. Having that manipulation is very important, because that puzzle is arguably one of the worst in the game. And it all is based on when you pick it up. Anyway, now that we go through here, we can actually just use the floppy disk. So, with the next part, how do I know he did it? You know, good question, actually. I guess I don't know. With this part, I like going on the left of the enemy. There's a rare chance he'll try to swing at you, and you're more likely to dodge it. If he spits at you, right's the better option. But that's the case. Also, we're now introduced to Anna. She is going to be a chasing enemy who will try to grab you. And you hear that song, you will have to be careful. Luckily for us, the first instance, we can just run away from her. But she will now start randomly spawning. She spawns in a bad position. You will have to either 1, exit and enter a room, or 2, you will have to shoot her. Anyway, grab the WE-40, who's my favorite Bay Area rapper. And then you're able to go back through here. I had to call it WE-40 because I can't call it WD-40. But if you're wondering where we're going to be going to the maternity room. Now, I said this earlier when I was doing this, but I don't actually know if this way is the faster way. I'm kind of just assuming that walking down these stairs is probably going to be more likely, just because I think it's a shorter cut. But if you want to try the other way, you're more than welcome to. The general idea is you're going to maternity. Anyway, that's a good Anna spawn. If Anna spawns in a way that's not blocking your path, that's actually very good. The reason being is she can't actually grab you. I'm going to be running past her. I do run faster than her, so I'm going to be careful. Now, a bad spawn would be in certain rooms where you can only move forward and she's in front of you. You have to shoot her. This is why you grab extra shotgun shells as well. The alternative is you exit and enter a room, but doing that every time will be bad. Okay, so this room's gonna be awkward, because you might remember this from earlier. There's a giant, you know, like, valve door, and this enemy is going to be very dangerous. Don't worry about it. He will never hit you, as long as you talk to the door as fast as possible. But don't examine. Use it on both the top and the bottom, and then use the hammer. After this, you are just going to mash left click. You want this door open so he does not hit you. And then you're good. Alright, so I didn't get a spawn here. There's a rare chance Anna can spawn here. If she does, you want to stand right here and shoot. We're going to be shooting this enemy because he's body blocking you. And that'll also go to Anna, because bullets actually penetrate. And it's not the only thing that penetrates. Anyway, with this enemy, you actually just want to dodge it. You can walk the long way around, and they won't attack you. Now, something important to know about is the idea of bullet penetration. That can help later in the game, because if 2 enemies are lined up, if you shoot both of them, they'll both die. Now, I'm going to be doing this puzzle very fast. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs on the thing. However, all you must understand is that the answer is Christmas. So, it is Christmas at 8:15:25. Wait. Oh my god. There we go. Once that finishes, by the way, you can immediately grab it on the first try, but I apparently missed one of the button presses, so I had to wait a little bit there. Also, I think I'm low on health. We'll see. Zone Bolts Dragon. Nope, we're good. Okay, let's see where Anna spawns right now. We're gonna have good RNG or bad RNG. If she spawns down, that's good. If she spawns anywhere in front of me, that's bad. As now we're making our way back to that office, which is towards the meeting room entrance. Alright. I have no idea what Atomic Heart is. But maybe. Maybe. So, the answer to that puzzle is Christmas Day, 8:15:25 seconds. Morning, Eduardo Verdi. Are we doing good? Verdeg. Alright, and now we get to do the music puzzle. Don't worry about the music puzzle. We're not actually caring about the music. If you're a music nerd, Sure, you can have fun with it. If you don't really care about music, guess what? It's 126612. I am using this on base regions around the puzzle, and that is all you have to care about. So what does that mean? It means I'm going to put an eye in this man's skull. He'll then look over to that table. And then, watch. One, 2, 6, 6, 1, 2. Very straightforward, and now I can just walk on back. Now, this hallway is going to be immensely important, because this is going to be going through a bunch during the endgame. This is going to be your way from the endgame back to the main building. That being said, there's going to be a guy here who can be lurking in the shadows. Kill him. 1, he's in your way. 2, he will be in your way if you don't kill him. Because he can backtrack and start body blocking you if you're not careful. You're not going to be going back here a lot, but you will block the main entrance to where you're going, which, that's not good. Just grab what you need and get. Now that we have the ID card, we have the final 3 items for the endgame. The endgame is going to be a large underground vault area, like a sewer area, and kind of like this. And we need items for a puzzle. It is now time for really the only actual game-breaking glitch. Damage abusing is one thing, but you're about to see a very cool glitch. I like it. And last time I was doing this run, I was very far ahead and I soft-locked the game. Oh, so that's a good example of bad Anna RNG. If that happens, just shoot her. Don't worry about reloading quite yet. You can do that later if you really want to. But if Anna's in your way, you have to shoot her. It's going to be faster. That's a good example of bad Anna. I'm going to my controller now. What's going to happen is I'm going to stand in a very particular spot right about here. I'm going to aim, and then I'm just going to keep backdashing until I am out of bounds. If it doesn't work, just kind of readjust your aiming. And then once you're on top of that, you can start running behind. Now, go behind the statue and just wait till you drop. And once you drop, don't move anything. You'll drop right here in front of this, and now, guess what? You can use all the items that you caught. If this doesn't work, you messed up on that, and you're going to have a bad time. ID card, frozen talisman, and that horrible, horrible thingy. That was tragic. Great to see you. And with that, you are now in the endgame. Yay! You know, I was 42 seconds ahead here earlier. Good times, man. Good times. Want to skip? It's funny because all it does is it skips you having to go downstairs. Anyway, make sure you go to this door. If you go the other way, you'll go to a puzzle room, which gets you the good ending, but we kind of want to go fast. And going fast doesn't require us to do the good ending. The path here is always going to be the same, but it can be kind of tricky, so I will highlight certain things. Like when you get to here, you want to go left, because there's going to be an entrance right here. Plus, that avoids the enemy. And then you can just go right over here, and then we'll be entering the sewer. Now, this guy could be annoying. Oh, shit. Oh, you know what? Let's dodge. He hit me, but since I missed the bullets, it doesn't really matter. I decided to go for the hit. You're pressing the ring finger. That's the answer. Once you press the ring finger, that will open up this ladder, and then you can enter the sewer yourself. If you decide to shoot him, that's fine. However, you can also get a dodge. Usually, I go for the dodge, so I just decided, hey, I'm already taking the hit. I may as well dodge. And now we're in the sewer. The sewer can be confusing, but the way it's going to work is once you open the area, you're going to be going up first. It's going to be going a lot of rounds, and once you learn the lay of the land, it's really easy. But again, it's going to require some learning. There will be an enemy, but he usually will try to go around the table, and he won't bother you, so you can avoid this guy. You're not going to be interacting with him once again. You'll be going far enough away where he won't try to get you. Now that we're down here, what's going to happen is that door will take you back to the office with the music puzzle. We're going to be running all the way down. Now, I bet you're wondering, what was that opening? We'll be going there later. First things first, cross the bridge. I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't that a path up ahead? Yes. However, there's water there. I need to remove the water. So, this is going to get rid of the valve. Now, I know what I said. Oh, didn't you say you're not going to be doing this, where you're explaining where to go? I'm doing it here because this part of the game can get very confusing very quickly if you don't know where you're going. So, after lowering the water, you'll cross the bridge once. That will allow you to go back down. Now, the reason you want to go back down is you need a TV dial. That's going to be able to open a safe for you, which is going to have necessary items. So right here will be the dial, and then you'll be coming back here much later. Now, earlier you saw that little path. Now we can walk back. And this is going to be the main area you want to kind of learn how to move. Once you go through here, there will be an enemy. You can kind of hear him. Once you see him, just get ready to kill. Reload. Cross the bridge, and then we go down. And then this will bring us to the puzzle room. Now, this puzzle is going to be annoying, so I'm going to explain the first one, and then I'm going to be using numbers. The numbers are your friend. Trust the numbers. And once again, lighter. There we go. So once you're in here, there's going to be a TV, and this is going to be a very confusing puzzle. So all you care about is finding yin yang. Once you find that symbol, here's what's going to happen. 1, turn this on and find yin yang. I think it's on the left. Once you find it, turn off the TV, turn it back on. It's going to be 8 to the right. Hold on. I need to count this out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is going to be 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right, and 4 to the left. Once you have that, you'll see the safe open. Every time you go to yin yang and you have to redo it, turn it off. You have to go very particular there. There's no lightning stroller. Doing that kind of counting is the best way. I don't remember all the symbols, but make sure you also open the safe, because there's going to be 2 items. One in the safe and one in the TV. And now you can leave. That took me a long time to figure out, but once you have the hang of it, it's a little bit better. Now what you can do is we can backtrack through that area I talked about. So there's going to be that special backtracking door through this little tunnel. I kind of pointed it out that that's going to be the way to get back to the office. I think that's just called the office. This door is now unlocked. And hey, look at us. We are now able to just go back through here. This is why you had to kill the enemy earlier, because he'll start walking around and blocking this entrance. You don't want that. That's bad. Once you're in the office, you're actually going to be going through the top door here. If Anna spawns, unless she's immediately in front of you, it won't matter. You're literally going to be going right behind this. It is a super close door. As in Skull's Night. Once you're in here, you'll just be going to this wall. You'll combine the things you got. And you'll use that for this. This is going to open a secret room. And now we may enter. This is going to get us a fish hook. Also lore.
I don't. It's time.
There we go. We got our fish hook, and now we may leave. Hey, look, I golded. Oh, good. I always do that. That's a really fat hitbox, and I don't know why. So be careful with that. Also, once you're in here, if you did everything right, that will automatically be there. You just push the button, and you are getting ready for the absolute endgame. Because it's funny because you have the sewer and then the vault. I know I talked earlier about the endgame puzzle, which it totally is. It's one of those puzzles at the very beginning of the game, and then you have the endgame section. So now we're entering, like, what it would be like the lab in a Resident Evil game. Also, we're doing more VHS. If Anna spawns here, just keep in mind where she is. She's behind me, so I can run forward. If she's directly in front of you, that's the only real time you want to shoot her. She can actually spawn a little bit on the left, and she won't catch up to you. And if that happens, that's good. Have a good night, E-Man. Sleep well. Alright, so play your VHS once again. At this point, you should probably know the drill. If you don't, well, rewind the video and, I don't know, watch it from there. Hey, look, now we're here. This might look familiar, because this was the very beginning of the game. We have one thing to do here, and this is going to be a little bit confusing. But if you've been paying attention to Caroline, I think her name's Caroline, her face, she has a giant bandage on her eye. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be stealing Caroline's eye. Because, hey, look, chat, the booba is back, except it's censored. Thank you, Tormented Souls, for protecting my YouTube VOD. It's much appreciated. We get the eye from her. That's all we care about in this area. We just want her eye. No, this is going to be the bad ending. If you want to get the good ending, it's just one extra room to get bolt cutters, and then you have to kill Anna at the end of the game, and then you need to save Anna. Exactly, not demonetized. Big cheers. Censored by water and convenience. Hey, it's very important to have those things. Water and convenience. Also, now we're going to be going back into the sewers through the main office. Like I said, this entrance is going to become your best friend. Because you can just drop right through here. You've been doing this in the end of the game. Like, you're going through here a lot. So luckily, you're just going to be going through this door now. Alright, so now you remember that big vault where we drained the water earlier? We're finally going to be able to go through that. That is going to have the big plot twist of this game. Ooh. Spoilers ahead if you... I don't know. It's always kind of weird, though. I usually imagine someone's watching a speedrun. They either, 1, have a vague idea of the game, 2, have played the game, or 3, don't care about spoilers. So, anyway, first things first. Make sure you combine. There we go. And now... press the button. Oh no, the plot twist! We had the power inside of us all along. And now we're in the vault. Okay, so I'm going to teach you about an annoying puzzle. Because I'm going to show my mouse cursor on a certain spot. And you're going to have to visually use your eyes. So after going through here, there's going to be a puzzle that requires you to time a lock on a certain area. After going down these stairs, it's going to spin and you need to stop it. So I'm going to show you where I usually just kind of look towards. So I want to stop it when it hits here. Once that happens, it'll be 100% consistent. You just hit the lock and let it go again. I showed my cursor. Make sure you pay attention to that. If you didn't, you'll go a little bit over it. If you constantly stop it right when it hits there with your eyes visually, you'll almost always hit it. If you don't, try it again. Alright, it is now time for one of the harder puzzles in the game. Also, with these enemies, they are big and in the way, so guess what we are going to be doing to a lot of the endgame enemies. I mentioned how strong the shotgun really is, and I mean it. The shotgun is immensely strong, and when enemies are body blocking you, I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to do that. So we are just going to be killing them immediately. It is going to be much, much faster than the alternative of letting them live. And we'll be making our way through the bunker now. The big puzzle that we're building up to is this one right here. We don't have the proper supplies, so we're going to be coming back here later. For right now, just understand that that puzzle is hard. If you dealt with it casually, you might be wondering, how do speedrunners do it? I will show you. First things first, though, you're going to bait this guy. His eyes will glow. He'll walk towards you. Wait on the left. Once he moves over a little bit, go to the right. He attacks very slow, so it's easy to pass him. Inside of here is a pipe cap. We'll be grabbing that one. There are going to be 3 in total. Also, Negative Vibe, thank you to Tier 1 for 13 months. Enjoy the emotes and the scissors, and thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing great today. Also, it's not too bad for us. Like, when you get the hang of it, it's pretty nice. I like this section a lot. Anyway, first things first, downstairs we go. Yeah, hope you're doing good, Negative Vibe. You want to start by going right. It's going to be awkward. I always make this mistake. And then you're going to be going over here. Now, when you grab the items, they're going to spawn the enemies in. They're not active until you grab both these items. I grabbed both. We're going to be killing one of the guys, and the other one won't apply to us. We need the pipe cap, and we need this guy. He'd be kind of fast in all honesty. So he gets here, that's fine. He'll die in one shot if you're doing the glitch. And the other one won't catch up to you, so he doesn't matter. Again, shotgun ammo is your friend. Now, the way I go here is, when you hit the fork... I went the wrong way. When you hit the fork in the road, you're going to be going towards the barrels. There's the barrels. You may notice I'm doing a lot more killing than I did at all earlier during this run. Now it's all killing. This is kind of why the shotgun ammo has been mattering. I wasn't kidding when I was saying it's really strong and it can kill all late game enemies. This guy, actually dead. I like how they just ragdoll too. These are going to be enemies that ultimately it's not worth it to try to pass them because you're going to have to go through these spots multiple times. So, you know, grab the gas can, and normally if you don't kill him, he'll try to block you in... My experience is this room right here. He'll block you when you're going through here, which is a very narrow corridor. So let him die. As well, if you're running low on ammo, there is some shotgun ammo right here. I highly recommend grabbing it. Hey, look, I has a big gold, even with my little mess up. And now we can go the other way. This area is actually going to have enemies where we can dodge again. Hey, remember the fun of dodging enemies? I remember that. Great times, good times. I will explain, though, what you should kind of think of, though, when you're trying to dodge. So, the first guy, he usually can be a dodge. He's kind of waking up, so he won't hit you. Now, the second guy, if he's kind of more towards the screen, you'll be good. But like that. That's how you do the dodge. Exclamation mark WR. That can help you out. Anyway, unlock the door once again, and now that we have everything, we can now backtrack our way to the gas can puzzle. Also, keep in mind, the stairs are busted. Do not try going back upstairs. You'll be going back this way, and they're going the right way if you see our buddy here, the miner, with his eyes. Okay, so now the big puzzle. You're going to put everything except for this one and this one up. It doesn't matter what you think the answer is. All of them go up except for one right here and this one. All of them go up. And the pipe caps are the far left, right here. It's kind of under my webcam, so I apologize. Right here, pipe cap, and right down here. I kind of wish I moved my camera a little bit, but that's how it goes. I didn't think of that, sorry. Remove the cap from the gas can, and then you should see that it works. And then, if you got it working, it'll give you sludgy sounds, and it'll pour on it. Now, do not make the embarrassing mistake of pouring the gas on the cap. You'll have to pour it twice, and then I'll laugh at you if I find out you did it. And even though my webcam's blocking it, all the ones that matter are visible. That's a very good way of doing it. What I did was I looked at, I'll probably get a screenshot, and I'll probably put it, like, in a link on the YouTube description for this game. Because I just want that visualized. Like, I had to get a screenshot and look at it, and then I realized, okay, they're all up except for the two, and then the pipe caps are, like, all on the left side. Once you know that, it's super easy. Anyway, now that you're here, take off the cap of the generator, and then you can put the gas in. Alright, once it fills up, you may then pull the lever. 3 times. Once you do it 3 times, it'll begin to work, and we are hitting the end game. The end game is going to have some very fun stuff in it. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Also, you're going down 2 sets of stairs, and now you're thinking, door? No. 2 sets of stairs, and then door. It'll be right here. Okay, so it's now time to approach the final boss. The final boss is going to be a very fun time for us, so I hope that you enjoy it. Once you enter this room, there are going to be 4 miners. You can actually kill them if you get them in a row. However, same strat applies. Don't spend too much time trying to get them in a row. The way I do it is I fight the top miners first, and then I'll fight the miners on the right side of the screen. I use top because I'm moving this way. And actually, to the room, pop, I can get extra damage on this one. I possibly save a bullet. It's dead. And then with these two hopefully lining up, I can just do this. Hey, look! They're dead. 2 in 1 shot. I saved a bullet. And there's also shotgun rounds in this room if you would like to grab those. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to be greedy. I'm assuming I'm going to be good. And I'm just going to go forward. You only need 4 bullets for the final boss, and you will get 3. If you are looking for shotgun rounds, they'll be in the back left corner of the room near the first enemy you fight. Now you're wondering, hey, aren't you always about reloading? I don't need to reload right now. The reason why I don't care to reload is because once I get into the fight, there's going to be a moment I have to wait. It's going to be an elevator. Not that one. The next one. Also, I was doing caustic. So once you get right onto the final stairs, it's just going to lower me down. And that lowering is going to be a nice time for me to reload my gun. I don't need to go to the menu. She'll do it automatically. Exactly. I was doing kill. Thank you, Lexi. Hope you're doing good today. I have. Okay, so the moment you can't move forward anymore and start slowing you down, reload your gun. See? Better than menuing. Okay, final boss time. There's going to be a very tricky thing here. I'll explain everything. Take your time. That's all I'm going to say. Do not try to rush it. First things first, you're going to run up, slide to the right, and you are going to fire big bullets. That's going to get some damage out. It might not look like damage. Trust me, you've done damage. If you're low on bullets, I'm grabbing them as well. Make sure you grab these. They're right here. Next, this guy will have his mouth open. Did right, shoot him with the damage abuse. Now, you'll be able to go on this. Now, the way this works is you need to time it. If you need to take your time, take your time. This is very flimsy. Like, you saw, I didn't try rushing 2 of them in a row. That's okay. Take your time. It's alright to wait. You need 3 of these. Messing up once loses a lot of ammo to fix it. So, since I've done so much damage to the final boss, the game doesn't quite know what I'm doing right now. So, normally you're supposed to hit the boss and let these guys open up, but if I do the damage abuse on him, I can actually just start using the machine immediately, even though he's still on it, which is kind of funny. As well, if you want to be ballsy, you can actually reload your gun right here, which is one way of doing it, but I'm playing it nice and safe. Oh, I'm doing a damage abuse. I'm reloading because I'm already there. Every time I'm going to the menu, I'm doing damage storage, and that's going to allow me to do ridiculous amounts of damage. Like, think maybe 3 times the normal shotgun bullet. And the only way to get that working is opening the menu right when you fire, and then holding it. So watch. Damage. Actually, I didn't need to reload. I don't know why I did. And you can see, here we are. 1. After you get all 3 of these, the final boss is down, and you're almost done with Tormented Souls. So that was a great final boss. We'll see how we're doing. So that's why I'm doing that. Keep looking ahead. And then after all 3, the boss will die to the drill. You're going to go directly right. And then, inside the elevator you go. At this point, you're almost good to go. It's going to be a simple walk back into the mansion. If you've been keeping up with this far, you're now a Tormented Souls speedrunner. There's nothing left in the game that can kill you. If you'd like to get the good ending, you had to do a puzzle to get some bolt cutters earlier, and you also have to kill Anna, which is the big blob. At this point, it's going to be a very simple walk back. You probably already know how to get back. The only thing to consider that trips me up all the time is, remember, you're already on the right side when you get upstairs. You're already going to be on the correct side. Don't take the bridge. The bridge will only lead you the wrong way. Take this bridge. The first bridge you see will take you the wrong way. That was no damage plushie. So, this will take you back to the office, and you're making a simple walk back. This is 100% movement. Now, if you want to be on controller here, you can, but we still have one more item to use. So you still kind of want to be on the mouse. Almost done. The exact same way you went. In fact, the game will actually block you off from going other ways, too. Plus, if you want to get the good ending, you have to go through the videotapes. The good ending is longer, so obviously we're getting the bad ending. Are you going back downstairs? And the time ends on the front door. Now, the front door is actually going to be a minor puzzle. That's okay. You're going to be skipping the cutscenes afterward. The auto-splitter will automatically end it, and then once that time turns blue, or whatever color you have, that will be time. It's usually about 3 seconds after you go through the door where time ends. GG. So that is Tormented Souls. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Hope you all had a good time watching this one. This game is a fun game to learn. It is quite tough, but I got my sub 1 hour time, so I'm pretty proud of that. I like this game. It's a fun game to learn. It's kind of interesting playing a game one-handed, especially this game. And I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you're watching this over on YouTube, I don't know, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me other videos that you'd like to see. I know the game better at the game. This time doesn't matter. We use a community timer, so the 59:27 is the actual time. There's actually a very good run. I'm quite proud of this one, so I hope that you all enjoyed it. Exactly. Smash the like button, ring the bell. And also, I'm going to post this on Twitter, so follow my Twitter if you want to. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, hope you have a good day.